The content of this radio show is to provide information and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered advice or a recommendation. Thing or Two About Life, Total, is an adult podcast and recommended for mature audiences only. No content from the radio show can be used without the permission of Thing or Two About Life, Total. Thank you.
I am so into me, but I can learn a thing or two from you. I can weather the storm all by myself, but I'm so glad I got a total crew.
Another episode of Thing or Two About Life. It is the Total Podcast, and it is an adult podcast. We'll get into that just a little bit later, but please keep in mind it is an adult podcast, people. Don't forget, you can look behind us and you can see we out there in those digital streets. We on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you like to get your podcast, YouTube. Don't forget to join the Facebook group. Don't forget we're on Anchor. We on all those places. We just added TuneIn, so you can't say you can't get a hold of us. We got the website. That is, look right there on the thing. We got the website. One of these days, I promise, I am gonna learn that damn website. I promise, people. So yeah, we hanging in there. Want to say happy holidays to everybody. Thanksgiving just passed. We got Christmas coming up. Getting ready to wrap up season 3 of the podcast, which is going to be on December 17th. So y'all stay tuned for that. And we're going to get into what we normally do. Have a good show. Glad to see we going live. So anybody that's out there, please interact with the show. You got any questions, anything you think you want to talk about or you want to respond back to us, let us know. We'll try our best to keep our eye on the chat and respond to you guys. That's the purpose of going live, to be interactive. So we going to get that thing going. And we are in a few different groups. So if you're out there and you enjoying the group that you're in, don't forget, Thing or Two About Life is a group as well. So we're not trying to steal you from nobody. You could be part of our group as well. So with that being said, we're going to start it off. My brother, Mr. On One, Mr. Make It Do What It Do. Talk to him, my man.
In the building one more time. How is everybody doing this lovely evening? Hoping everybody's doing fine. We here, we coming, we seeing, we gonna do what it do. We gonna make it happen. We gonna keep it rocking from beginning to end.
All right, there you have it. There you have it. And as usual, the beautiful cat lady, Marlena and Madeline is in the house. You see how I did that? I introduced you both this time. Didn't forget nobody. Go on and talk to them.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? As usual, that stinking Mario always let Leon go first. Every time I turn around, Leon gets to go first. I'm just going to have to quit turning the damn round, I guess. But anyway, happy holidays to y'all. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. I sure did. And I'm going to let Marlene come on and say a little something this time. Meow, meow, everybody. How are you guys doing? We have got some creme de la creme for you this evening. Stay tuned. Hang in there with us. We're going to give you a great show. And respond to us. Let us know what you're thinking or how you're feeling about us. And feel free to jump in and put your messages in. We love to have you. We love to hear what you think about us. Meow.
All right. And for the record, I'm pretty sure there's quite a few people out there would love to see you turn around. So we just thought I'd put that in there.
You know what?
We got the beautiful producer.
If they won't see me turn around, they need to just come on the other side of the screen and look behind me.
Okay. Is that an open invitation? I mean, because people got some frequent flyer miles now. What you trying to do?
Is you coming?
I mean, I ain't saying me per se, but I know some people done racked up a few frequent flyer miles. I mean, they might be trying to, do some things.
Well, I just might turn around.
All
But they better
right.
go and use them because they taking away the freaking flyer miles nowadays.
You
Oh
know
man.
what? It's what my turnaround is worth a few freaking 5 miles.
Oh, wow.
Well, you heard it here first, baby.
Yeah.
Oh
As
my goodness.
Marlene would say, meow, meow, meow.
Mm, mm.
So you take my catchphrase. Get your own, girl.
Oh, all right. We're off to a rip roaring start. Beautiful producer. How you doing today? Talk to
Good evening, everyone. I hope that everyone um, did enjoy your Thanksgiving Day. As Mario said, we are here. You can catch us at any of these lovely places. That website is totalview22.com. The email is a totalview22@gmail.com. Hit us up at any place. We will respond. We will get you on and all those lovely things.
you. All right. Well,
That
there
thing
you
right.
have it. There you have it. And last but not least, the beautiful Mama D. How you doing?
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to our live podcast. We are waiting for some visitors to come in and share with us, but we're going to keep the show going. We're not going to stop. If you have any questions, a topic that you want us to discuss, please feel free to put it in the chat so that we can discuss it.
All right. There you have it. All right. So, with that being said, let's just get right into it. Let's just have some
Mario,
fun, be our natural self, and do what we gotta do. But
Mario,
yes,
Mario.
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
If Marlene forgets to come out of character, we just help her out a little bit. She ain't professional at this thing yet. But that everybody, because I know one time we was on the podcast, she forgot to come out of character. She needs a little help every now and then. So y'all just kind of wish, Marlene, come out of character. Okay?
We can't be
All
Well,
right,
responsible
we
for
will
y'all.
most
You got to be
definitely.
responsible for
Donetta, don't you
yourself.
start the mess. Don't you start the mess, Donetta.
You the only one up here who got dual personalities. You need to keep them in check.
You can help me out today. Now it's kind of your fault, Diana, because you was the one that encouraged that thing. Don't lie. Say you
Well,
did.
your bestest friend in the whole world is up here, so let him help you check that out. How about that?
But you're the one who encouraged it. Don't lie. Say you did.
I don't encourage craziness. No.
You did it. You did. You did.
all
And
right.
crazy back at you. You just as crazy as I am. Hmm.
But
But
I'm a
anyway, go
solo.
ahead, Mario.
But
Go ahead.
I
Go
may
ahead,
be
Mario, because
crazy.
they ain't team Marlene and Madeline today.
I may be crazy, but I'm a solo personality, so
You
I
know
can
what?
keep that in check.
Don't nobody even care. Go, Mario. I ain't got time for this mess.
You brought this mess up.
You know what? I was just asking for a little help. That's all.
Okay, well, okay, hold on. Let me solicit some help from you. Triple H, can you help your best friend try to keep her personalities in check?
I ain't got no control over them.
Oh,
See,
hello.
I ain't got no help.
There we go.
I try.
Everybody out there,
But,
y'all
they
know
don't get
me.
sent by the cat.
Sometimes I get a little bit mixed up.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what we calling it real quick. Let's just say, hey, Roxanne. Roxanne is watching. Thank you for
Hey, Roxanne.
watching, Roxanne. We appreciate that.
Roxanne, you need to inbox me back. I've sent you a message, darling. I'm waiting on your answer.
Yes. Yes. That would be yes. All right. So I want to ask this question right here, right before we get going into all the other dumbness we got going on real quick. So if you were dating you, Miss Dinetta, what would you say is one of your flaws, and why are you like that? Why do you have that flaw?
If I were dating now, what is one of my is that what you're asking me? What is one of my flaws?
I'm saying, you know how some people, when you break up with people, they say, and let me tell you about you. And another thing, you like this. You know, if you were dating you, what flaw do you think you have? And why are you like that?
Hmm.
See, this is a hard question because inherently as humans, we all think we perfect.
No,
No,
I
that's
know I'm not
right.
perfect. I'm just trying to think which flaw I want to tell you about. That's all.
I know, right?
Okay, well, pick one
Um,
and tell us why you like that.
Wow.
I guess I'm too trusting. I'm too trusting. I'll say that. And I guess I know the group will agree with me. I am very trusting. I try to take people at face value, and I think a lot of that has to do with my childhood, where where I grew up. You know, your bond is your word. That's not totally true now, but I would say that yeah, that's my flaw. That's my biggest flaw is that I am too trusting.
Why are you like that?
I just told you why.
No, in depth. I'm talking about just give us some, is there one point that led you to, you know what? I'm just gonna trust every damn body.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't trust everybody, but if it's somebody that I've dated, normally yes, I do trust them until you prove to me that you're not trustworthy.
Okay. All right. Let's see who's next on this. Let's be honest, Will. Come on down. All right, Shug, your turn.
Knew it.
Yeah.
What is your flaw and why are you like that?
I would have to say, for me, it would be how I like to hold things in and until that last moment, and then I just let it all go at once. Yeah, and I've been like, I mean, nothing drove me to being like that. I've just been like that ever since I've been dating. I guess that's just something that's just within me, to hold things in and until we get to that point. So I'm just tired, frustrated, and then I just have to, hey, let whoever know what time it is. And sometimes that might come out, being a little bit cold, but hey, it is what it is. It's just me. You gotta love me for me.
Mm.
So you're telling the world that your flaw
No,
is
I
you
am
suffer.
not.
So your
No, I'm
flaw is
not. No, I'm
you
not.
suffer from explosive anger outburst disorder.
No, I don't. No, I don't suffer from that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
That's what you said.
no. Don't you come in with the bull. It's
That's
just
what you said.
like it's just that as Miss Donetta say, we try to take people at their words and things like that, and then when you showing that you're not who you say you are, we kind of suppress that a little bit and then go on from there, try to move to something different. But then when you come back and throw some more BS on top of it, then that builds up and then that builds up. And then it's just to the point where, hey, it all just comes out at once. It's like you just overlook something. You know they're
But
there, but
as you get older, you don't find that holding something in. And when you finally do let it out, it usually be that stuff where that once you let it out, ain't no coming back from that. Cause sometimes when people start burning you with that grease, they may love you, but you be saying some foul shit that
Mm.
people
Mm.
just can't come back from. Out of the,
and
you
that
don't let that.
and that's and that's one of the things that I am truly now working on to go, when I have an issue, when an issue arises, to go ahead and say something about it then instead of holding it in and let everything come out all at once.
Okay. Yeah, that would usually be the best practice. All right, Miss Marlena, what is your flaw and why are you like that?
My flaw is I want to have it my way. Uh, I'm like that because I'm spoiled. I always have been spoiled. And uh, if I want it, uh, I try not to. If I want it and I don't see myself getting it, uh, I'll still try to get it. I won't fight fair. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Uh, 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 I won't fight fair, so I think to get it, and but if I don't get it, I'm a good sport about it. Uh, I just try to find a way to get it on my own, but I will fight hard. I will fight hard to get it without me having to get it for myself.
So what made you that way was the way your family treated you. You always got your way. What made you feel you need to have your way all the time?
Um, Actually, I was um I'm the youngest of my siblings, and they always just gave me stuff. You know,
They still do.
yeah,
So
they just always
you the
gave me stuff
baby.
and did stuff for me. Um, and I did little things for them too, and they would reward me probably more than what I deserved for it. you know, but and even in my relationships and my marriage, uh, there were some things that you know I tried to get and sometimes my husband would say no, and which was fine that he said no, but I would work against him in every turn that I could to try to get him to get it, And sometimes I would win, and sometimes I would. I wanted to win, that's for sure, but I didn't always.
Okay. All right, I got you. All right, it's now it's time for bro. Bro, what's your flaw? And how'd you get that way?
My flaw is I notice too much shit.
Yes, you do.
I notice all the little small shit. I mean, for as you say one thing today and you mess around and change it 2 days later and then change it to something else. Oh, I notice all them lies. I notice all the bullshit. And I call you out on a lot of bullshit. So, it ain't too much you can get past me. And the reason I'm like that is because as a child, I was made to take notice of everything and to be particular about everything. And so,
Mm-hmm.
child, if I wasn't particular about everything and it wasn't done in a certain way, I would get in trouble for it. So as I got older and continued on having to be particular about stuff, started doing stuff and started interacting with people and doing stuff. It kind of spread out into my life, and then having been done a lot of different things myself early in life. So when you come up with try to play these little mind games or little tricks or try to get over these folks, in this older age, I peeped that game out long before it even gets started, and tend to call people out on their shit, and they get mad about it. But they be all right.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, so you consider that to be a flaw that you
No,
ain't
that's
letting
what
people roll on you?
other people pretend to, think that that's a flaw in me.
It's
I
a
Oh,
flaw.
okay.
I
It's
think
a
it's
flaw.
very admirable that I pay attention to everything.
What were you
Yeah.
saying, Miss Donetta?
It's a flaw.
You can't elaborate, ma'am.
No. Him no. Look, him no. No. I don't want to I don't care to elaborate.
Oh, okay. That's him upstairs.
That's him upstairs, no.
My
Hey,
goodness.
Oh my goodness. Um, as far as that go for me, my thing is this: I know this is a flaw comparing, especially like if you're in a relationship or something, like comparing other people saying that you should be better. Because sometimes when you set standards for yourself and other people don't live up to it, it's hard to accept, for lack of a better term, mediocrity. You know what I mean? It's hard to accept it. Sometimes you be want to say, look, if I could do this, but then I have to come to this hard conclusion. Not everybody is you, right?
That's true.
Everybody got their own way to how they see their life and what they want. And sometimes it irks me to see people who have potential to do whatever, not want it as bad as you want it for them. So, sometimes that's a flaw because they always say, well, everybody's not you, be like, I want you to be me. Don't you want more? But sometimes we have to accept people are comfortable with who they are and where they at, and you got to be comfortable with that too. It's hard though when you in a relationship with somebody. Yeah.
Mario,
Yes,
I got
go ahead, ma'am. I'm listening, Madalena.
all of y'all aces. Y'all's my flaw. I gotta love you, but I damn sure ain't gotta like you.
Oh
Oh, okay.
my. Such anger.
I ain't say I was angry. I said I love
Okay.
you. I just don't have to like
Oh, so you what's the movie? Good Fences? You that daddy. I think that was the name of that movie, where he said, hey, don't say I gotta like you, you know. Okay, yeah, I mean that's fine. That is cool. Andrea, we was talking
Mm.
earlier, and you said you had some questions that you wanted to put out there. Go ahead.
Oh. And so y'all know how people like to have prenups and before getting married sometimes. So what are y'all how do you all feel about prenup basically, and what should be in a prenup?
you. Say that again, Andrea, because
You can hear me?
uh
I said, how do you guys feel about prenups and what do you think should be in a prenup?
Mm-mm.
Mario, since you had a lot to say on this.
Mm. Mm.
Okay. First and foremost, right? I don't care what a person does as far as their background or what they do as far as their job. If you come into this marriage with whatever, right? And you don't contribute, that's what you leave with. Now, anything that we build together while we're together, yes, we can split amicably and walk on. But you can't tell me if you coming in as working at McDonald's, I come in as a lawyer and you deserve half of what I get. You wasn't there going through the bar for me. You wasn't putting all the long hours in, me going to graduate school and all that. How do you deserve half? So we need to put in the prenup right here. You come with what you come with. You take what you take. and I keep with what I got. Now, like I said, everything like kids and property, y'all kind of accrue together as time go on, then fine. But we gotta have a prenup. I don't care what nobody say. You need one. When you got shit to lose, you can't marry nobody else who ain't got shit to lose, but you got shit to lose. And then when they walk out, they came in, you knowing they ain't have shit to lose, but your shit you lost goes with the person who you knew didn't have shit to lose. I can't sit that don't sit right with me.
I agree.
Okay. Where everybody Mitch is in. So, Mitch, what is your opinion?
I don't exactly know what the question is because I just popped in. I just heard the tail end of what he was saying.
Well, she
But you
was
just gonna
asking.
agree to what you heard.
No, she was saying, how do you feel about prenups? Do you agree? Don't you agree? And what should be in a prenup?
Everything you said and some other stuff. I agree exactly with what you're saying. Some of these states have got life messed up because the states are not for the man, they're for the woman. Now, in some cases, I understand some of it, but a woman don't need $20 million because the man make that much. I think
Yeah.
that's excessive, and it shouldn't be that way. You know, I guess the baby needs extra cheese on his cheeseburger because some of them paychecks that they be giving out like that what they did to Sean Kemp. Now, Sean Kemp got a child in every NBA city, but the crazy thing about it is the man made 125 million off one contract. So does that mean that he need to give each child $1 million? I mean, where does it stop? How far does this go? And would they do a woman the same way?
That's child support, not prenup.
You're missing
We're
what I'm
talking
saying.
about prenup.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying but that woman don't deserve that money. She ain't practiced not one day. So what they did to Michael Jordan when Juanita took half of Michael Jordan, man, for what? She ain't played one game. I didn't see her out there when Michael had the flu. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. I mean, I think she deserves something, but I don't think she deserves half.
Okay, so the question is, what do you think should happen in a prenup?
Yeah,
What do
what
you
is your
think?
opinion?
I think they should get something but not everything. I think it should be maybe a third or a fourth or something. They shouldn't get everything.
Okay.
It shouldn't be
Marlena?
half.
Let me say this real quick, Marlena. Y'all know
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, y'all know sometimes, right, when y'all like people say that the man is supposed to be the protector, the man is supposed to be the provider, the man is supposed to be the king, all of this and all of that, right? Saying that we bring more to the table than just monetary stuff and all of that. The way we raise our kids, the way we're supposed to, do all of this. But the world, the courts and everything deduce us to money when we get there. Y'all say we're supposed to be all of this, but the way they tell you that they show y'all how we care about y'all or how things is to be divvied up is money. It's never say, you know what, you take the child, or it's never, you know what, you get the child on whatever. It's always money. They tell us we all of this stuff, but no matter
I
what
don't
happened, it's deduced to our money, no matter how you look at it.
Right.
I don't disagree with prenup, because if I was in the position where I had gained uh, a, a lot of money and my spouse was uh, didn't have as much as I did when we both came into a relationship, then no, and I'm with you on what we gained together. Now, if I felt like when he leaves, if I want to give him something uh, a little more, you know, to live. It depends on what kind of husband he was. We just, you know,
Yeah.
if we leaving on good terms or whatever, if we just grew apart for no relevant, reason, other than, he was trying to kick my ass or something like that, I ain't giving him shit. But, if he, if we were leaving on good terms or something like that, and I may have had a significant amount of money more than him, then yeah, I may want to give him a little something extra to go along with what he has. But by all means, no. If he didn't come in with as much as I have, you leave with what you leave with, and I leave with what I got, and what we acquired together, we split. I'm in agreement with that. And and I think in a prenup, also, I think if we have smaller children, that should be a part of the prenup. How we decide on how, if we split, how are we going to raise these children together separately? I think that should be in the prenup as well.
I agree with you, Marlena. That was pretty good. I ain't never heard of that one, but that was good. Real good.
Now, Roxanne put in the comment that some women do get, the bad end of the stick. She put Wendy Williams and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
And I would say to Ms. Roxanne, okay, if you want to play the name game, for every 2 you give me, I can give you 30 men.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. For every 2 you get from women you give me, I can, that I just want to say that. I ain't a knock. I love you, Roxanne, but I'm just saying this is lopsided.
Oh, Shaq, Michael Strahan.
Yeah, it does happen to men
Jordan.
more often than it does women. But I think she was just making a point that it does happen to women too.
Yeah, we know it happened to women. Look at I don't know if y'all remember Big Bud Whitfield. He was a left tackle for the Atlanta Falcons. Y'all know his wife, that girl Sheree on the house, whatever, real life. She took that man pension. What judge signs off on that, man?
That was just right there. That was just being greedy, dude. I mean,
That's
that
what I'm
man, he
saying.
still
What
has
judge
to work.
signs off on that? This man go play in them trenches, do that. Okay, say he got to pay you whatever alimony, but not the man pension. That makes his whole NFL career for nothing.
Yep. His whole everything. No, not his whole career. His whole life of football.
That's
Junior
true.
high,
You know what? That's true.
college, whatever else he did in pros and after pros, even if he decided to do anything after, his whole life was invalid.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. No judge should sit on a bench and just say, okay, it's cool to take a man's pension, man. I just don't give a
No, I
damn what
think
he got.
that's messed up right there.
Yeah, but it happens to more athletes than you know. They go out there because that's the one source of income they know that them boys got. So that's what they go into it. And they make money off of that, the courts. So all right, I'm sorry, Miss Dinetta. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I was just listening, and all of your points are valid. But one thing we have to remember, you don't know what kind of conversation they've had about money before it gets to that point. Because when things are good, there's a lot of stuff said.
Mm-hmm.
Men and women have pillow talk. And baby, I will do so and so. I promise I'll do this and this and this and this. You got to watch what you promise to people because they're going to keep you to it. Now, I'm not saying that these women are being gold diggers or whatever. You can call them what you want. I'm not against prenups. I'm not for prenups. I think it is essential if there is someone who is making considerably more money than the other, that it is to your advantage to have a prenup. But if you don't, you need to watch what you promise these folks, whether they be the male or the female, because at the end, somebody gonna get hurt. And I don't mean physically, I mean fiscally. So we all are on the outside looking in. We don't know what has transpired between these two people in the midst of their relationship or whatever. But the laws are not fair. Whether it's the female that's making more money or whether it's the male making more money, it's not fair. I wouldn't think it was fair if I was the one who was the. Well, I'll give you an example with me, because I don't have a whole bunch of money, but I was the breadwinner of our family. I made the most money in the family. When it got to the point where we separated, and I thought about divorce in the state that we were living in, I would have had to have paid him a considerably amount of money of alimony. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. And you best believe I didn't promise him no money either. So, I do believe that if he thought that that was the case, he probably would have gone on and tried to get a divorce and could have went on for the divorce. But after I found out what I would have to pay him monthly in alimony, it wasn't worth it. We wasn't together anyway, so that was good. I mean, it was fine with me.
So let me get this straight. So you telling me that you believe somewhere out there was a man after making love to his woman was slid up in bed saying, "Babe, you know what? I love you so much. If we ever break up, you can just have half of it, baby. Just take it all. Just take your half with you. You think that's how that pillow talk went?"
I believe that in some cases, yes. I mean, I know you a man and you think that, but all men are not like you, Mario. You got to remember that.
So you think it was a man out there promising people half if we break up? Girl, I love you so much. You just take half. You see that TV? We split it right down the middle. Walk it on out of here.
I'm not gonna say it again. I stand on what I say. I mean what I say because I've seen it happen.
8-inch TV. You get 40, I get 40.
Okay.
You can't reason with him dying now.
I'm not even gonna talk about it because I said what I said and I meant what I said.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You know how he is.
Laying over no pillow talking about, baby,
You know how his behind is.
Do me wrong. I'm gonna catch you in the bed with another nigga. Then when you walk up out here, go take half the shit with you. I'll be all right.
Can't do that with it, boy. You can't do that with it.
All right, Mr. Lee Jack, it's on you.
Well, believe it or not, this is another question I have been thinking about and pondering for a while.
And we're not surprised.
I know, right? Because I mean, I've been
wait till we got to here.
I've been down this road a couple of times, with the marriage and divorce thing, and hey, I'm just saying, it should have been, the alimony, well, not alimony, child support and other things that was, out there, and I ain't have the good thing I had to pay, alimony in this state, but child support, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that, but whew, I had a flashback just for a moment.
Oh Lord.
But prenups, yeah, prenups I think would be a good thing for a lot of these younger people in this marriage thing that they doing, because for one, they don't know what the hell they getting into. Two, they don't know what the hell. Two, they don't know what the hell they want. And three, they don't know how to get there once they in there. So yeah, prenup, it should be something that when you sign the papers to get your marriage license, that should be automatic. You sign a prenuptial too. Whatever you come in with, whatever each party come in with is what they keep when they go out, unless it's something that's accrued together. Then y'all need to split it down the middle, or liquidate it and split the funds. And then I would say something like along the lines of, hey, if you together after, let's say, 5 years, you make it 5 years, you have the option to go in and amend the prenuptial or drop it, and then, or make it to fit how y'all want it to be. Because by then y'all have been sat down and talked about a lot of stuff, found out how each other feel about different things, know how each other want other things to happen, and y'all could have been to went through all the fussing and fighting, and y'all could have went through some stuff to know what each other want and what each other feeling and how each other act, and then y'all can sit down and make a logical determination of what y'all, or if y'all would ever have to split ways. This is what you can have. This is what I can have. This is what we gonna do together. This is what we ain't gonna do together. Well, if you want that, you can have that, and put all this, outline all this stuff in this prenuptial agreement. That way, once you go forward and say 10, 15 years down the road, y'all be like, okay, we tired of each other. We don't do this shit no more. Let's just go back to that prenuptial that we had and enact, put it in action when we would go through this divorce. And as far as the prenuptial go, y'all need to say it right then and there. Everybody we splitting the divorce fees down the middle, because goddamn it, the divorce fees is goddamn ignorant nowadays. The woman don't have to pay much or nothing, but the man always had to pay a goddamn grip to get a goddamn divorce. I'm not understanding this shit.
Ooh, that sounds personal. Good gracious.
Because it is personal. It is. Because it's true. It's true.
Ooh, Jesus. Calm down. Jesus.
Thanks.
Help me, Jesus. Help me. Woo.
Get him off his soapbox, y'all.
As my grandmother said, bless his heart.
And another thing that kills me, right? Why they don't never get why you don't try to go get alimony and then from your mama them, right? Because you'll tell me that I got you used to a certain lifestyle. Before I married your mama had got you used to living in her goddamn basement with your two bad ass goddamn kids. You ain't trying to get nothing out of her.
Right.
Say it again. Say it again.
So you can't tell me that I got you used to a certain lifestyle. Just the way you were used to it before I brought you up, you can get used to it when your ass is on the way back down. So go back over there. You already used to that. So going back to it. I hate that whole, my lifestyle is not your lifestyle. If I leave you ain't still acting and doing movies and shit. I'm the one acting and doing movies and shit, not you. So how do you feel that if when you ain't with me no more, you still should live my lifestyle? Because let's not get it twisted. This ain't your lifestyle. I brought you up to my lifestyle.
You brought me. That's right. You brought her into it. You brought her into your world, into your world.
No.
Man, that's so full of shit.
She asked
No, it's not.
to enter it.
No, it's
She
not.
asked to enter, and you agreed
See,
for her to
okay,
enter.
that's okay. And I know that this is against what everybody else has said, but for me, yes, I am against prenup. Why? Because you knew where I was at when you first met me. You knew where I was at when you married me. So why change it now? So why want to implement this little piece of paper here saying XYZ if we should pause? No, you knew where
Because
like I
it's
said,
a
you knew
marriage
where I was.
certificate, not a damn
No,
lottery ticket.
That's what it
you're
seemed
right.
like, a damn lottery ticket.
You're right. It's a marriage certificate. Meaning that okay. So what you're telling me now is that okay. For instance, let's say when we get married, they say that you're gonna go through whatever, and it's sickness and in health. Let's take that sickness and health out there. So that means that I can leave you when your ass gets sick, or would you rather for me to be right there with you?
And that's what the bitch did. Oh, my bad. Oh, Jesus. You wasn't asking
Yeah,
me. I'm sorry.
this is an adult podcast. You will hear those type of words. But for real though,
Uh,
we're coming in this marriage together. It shouldn't be no what yours is yours and what's mine is mine. What what happened to what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours as well. What happened to that?
That shit
Yeah,
went
you
out the
tell me what
window.
happened to it.
What happened to what
I
happened to
want for
that?
to say
So what,
shit. Where you want me to
when you
start
talking
at?
about so when
That
you
shit went out the window
like
when
I
she
said,
signed the fucking dotted line. The trifling. Oh, my bad.
Well, Mario and I both kind of said that what we acquired together, we will split. What you
Yes,
came
yes.
in with, you take with you. What I came in with, I take with me. But what we acquired
you
together,
knew
we split because
you
that's what we acquired together as we were married.
you knew what my finances were like when I came into this.
And you knew what mine were like.
You're right. You've been helping. You've been paying for XYZ and doing XYZ since the marriage and before the marriage. Not let's not forget about the before.
That's what we were talking
So
about.
why should I now have to take a step? I don't care about you shaking your head. No, I don't. So why should I now have to take a step down from a lifestyle that you have provided for?
Because you no longer are a
No,
part of his life. You got to go back to your
no.
life.
I get that and I understand it. But in a sense of being, you've been doing these things. So why not? Why not continue to do those things? Because in the actuality of it, I'm still, even though we're divorced and gone our separate ways, guess what? And now we got these kids. I'm still a part of your life.
Guess
Because
what?
So you have
You can
gone
drive with your
insane.
damn knee.
No,
You can
no,
drive
no.
with your damn knees, but that don't mean you ought to.
I was sure you have gone insane.
He
it
No,
has
goes
I
lost the
haven't.
motherfucking mind.
it
No,
goes
I
back to
haven't.
the conversation that we had last podcast about growing in a relationship. When we entered this thing, I was growing, I grew, but you stayed the same. You stayed stagnant. At some point in time, when I'm growing and you supposed to be growing with me, supposed to be growing together. When you gonna get up off your lazy butt and do something to make yourself be equal to my lifestyle so that we can have something together, to grow together, instead of just riding my damn coattail all the way up the fucking ladder. And then when I get tired of the shit, I'll be like, okay, you ain't doing shit. I'm tired of dragging your ass. Get the fuck off my coat. Do what your goddamn self.
Mm.
But you
Do
could
what
have,
you got.
you do that if you knew that that could have been a possibility from the beginning when you were standing at that altar saying,
Yeah,
I
and,
do.
and, and you agreed that you
You
was
took
gonna
on that,
you
you took
was
on
gonna
that
do this.
responsibility. You
And
took
you
on
agreed
that
that you was
responsibility.
and you agreed that you was gonna come on and grow along beside me, not stay in the same goddamn rut that you've been in since day one. Because
And y'all wonder why men don't want to
no,
get married.
because like you said, you agreed to what in sickness and in health. So that means that we growing together, not apart.
You're right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But
And since we're
Mitch
going
just said
together,
something real poignant there. So by your logic, Andrea, what's our incentive to marry?
There is none.
You know what I'm saying? If I ain't saying all women think like you, but let's just say for a minute, hypothetically, all women thought like you, right? Saying that no matter where you find me at, if you find me sleeping in a refrigerator box, you elevate me up to your level, right? And then if we break up for whatever reason, I'm supposed to keep you up here, or because you can't go back to the refrigerator box.
Yeah.
But now, with your theory, that means she needs to go back to the refrigerator box.
I ain't saying she got to go back to the refrigerator box, but it's amazing how you were comfortable there when I met you. That's what I'm saying. You ain't suing nobody saying alimony, but saying, look, you got me comfortable in this goddamn box. I plan to stay in this fucking box. I need to stay in the box. It's amazing how you can go up, but you can't go back.
And then it's at the same point in that,
in
like
this
I
world,
said, if you, like Mario said, if I got you living the lavish life and you down feeding in the bottom at the refrigerator box, you see me at the top, get off your ass and goddamn me try to climb the ladder and get to the top with
Boy,
me. But you don't try to climb off. You don't try to climb the ladder with you. Just, oh well, I'm just here because he here. Okay, when I get tired of your ass,
Okay,
say
let's
it.
let
When I get tired of
let's
your
let,
ass,
let's flip this all totally around then. So
Okay,
fancy.
flip it
I
around.
didn't climb this. I didn't climb this ladder with you. We're still getting a divorce. Now is this prenup still in the picture?
do what?
Are we still coming in? Is this prenup still in the picture? I climbed this ladder with you. We're making it equally the same. Is this prenup still in the picture?
According to my plan, yeah. If we wanted anything,
Yes.
It would be mine too.
Yes, it's still in the picture. It's just that
yeah.
now when you walk away, you'll be well equipped. I'll be well equipped. When we all and like me and Marlena said, you just whatever we built together, like Leon said, we liquidated. None of us want it because sometimes when you break up, nobody wants the house because got memories and stuff. And so you
Yeah.
liquidate that and you split, and then whatever growth you had, in your own thing, like he said, that's why you got to be very specific in the prenup. Say, hey, look. This is our endeavor together. This is what we're doing. But this is what we're not doing together. We need to know going in, this right here, this, I don't know, my weekend hobby of building, little ships in a bottle. That's all me. If anything ever happens, you can't touch that. Just like your little thing on the side where you do consignment. If we ever break up, that's all you. Even though we married, you can still have your own individual things that you walk away with.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Because y'all know, in the midst of my divorce, you do know that this ever tried to get one of my damn cars. And I'm like, no. The car you can take is the 18 Ultima I bought you. That's yours. Even though it's my name on it, I signed off. It's yours. The other shit was mine before we got together. You're not taking what's mine.
Mm-hmm.
But they will sure try.
Oh yeah.
And then like Miss Diana said about the pillow talk. It's been so many women who have said, babe, I love you forever. If we ever break up, I don't want nothing from you. I'll just go on about your business and I go on about my business. That's what they all say
Yeah,
until
that
somebody get
motherfucker.
in their ear or they run across a lawyer that done convince you, you know what, you deserve all this. This what he did? Oh, you deserve by they love to quote them state laws by statute 12 of the Georgia Penal Code. You deserve this.
Yeah, that's what that motherfucker tried to pull on me. God damn.
That's what happened to me.
Ugh.
Yeah, they love to tell you what you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with that boy.
I'm just saying that's how them lawyers do. They love to tell you that come in, even if it is cheating or something. It's amazing how a woman can have infidelity and still get shit. If a man have infidelity, you screwed. So your thing is this, Andrea, that he knew what he was getting into. Once he elevates you, that's where he got to keep you. That's that. I just want to make sure that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long you been
Yeah.
single, Andrea?
Don't worry about it. That all what you trying to go, where you trying to go is really irrelevant. Don't even worry
I
about
wasn't even going to say nothing. I just asked you a question and you got all sensitive, but that's okay for a little team.
Cause in some
it.
states, I know
Shut up, Steve.
they say when a man and a woman get married, right? A man has to pay like alimony for a certain amount of years or either till she find another husband. What's her incentive to go get married again while she's still under order?
None.
None. Why
Cause
ain't nobody in their right mind would go do that shit when he footing my bill? Why would you do it?
you getting all this free money. What
Well,
the
I'm
fuck?
glad I'm in Arkansas.
Free money.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody in their right mind. Y'all know anybody who ever got married while they was under order? Nobody does that shit. We'll chat, we'll fuck, we'll do all this. But hey, babe, I want to marry you. Shit, nigga, I got 5 more years of this shit. You crazy.
I got 5 years, 12 months. You goddamn me $5,000 a month. Free money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee her wedding day will be 5 years to the goddamn day that order up.
Mm-hmm.
I bet so too. But I bet she done stacked up some money up.
We can be engaged until the end.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll move on from that. What's the next question you got, Suge?
Oh God. So in today's world, why do men over 40, like these fellas up here, lack leadership in relationships?
Right, what?
Lack leadership in their relationship.
Oh,
Wait,
sookie,
wait, wait.
now it's getting hot.
Let me get clarity here. When you say men like us, are you talking about the over 40 part or the lacking leadership part? Which one?
Whichever
Hey,
one you
whichever
get
floats
into,
your
let's let
boat.
whatever lane you in is the lane you get in.
Black
That's
leadership.
right.
Listen, kid.
Well, shit. Well, I'm gonna say this here to answer that question. I can't answer that question because I possess leadership and the other stuff, so I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
I don't either. Because I'm the HNI motherfucking C in this motherfucking relationship. You don't like it, step.
Well, we're not talking about y'all in particular. She's just saying men in particular that's over 40.
Over
She's not really
40.
talking about the
Duh.
people on this panel. We just talk about men in general, just like y'all talk about women in general.
Okay,
Men
can
and
you break leadership down just a little bit more? When you say leadership, in what aspect?
Meaning
You
taking your, you know
you tell us
what the
what
question is
aspect.
Okay, Mr. Watts.
Meaning,
You tell us in what aspect. What aspects do you think
what are
men
your
should have
leadership
leadership?
qualities as a man in a relationship?
Okay, you
What are
know
your
what?
leadership?
Let me answer this question real simple and clear. You know why a lot of men over 40 lack leadership? Cause ain't no damn body to lead. Cause y'all don't want to be led.
The hell don't. Y'all want to lead.
So you can't display leadership signs. Ain't nobody to damn lead. What you gonna be talking to your damn self, looking like you belong in an institute? Ain't nobody there to lead.
Well, well, in my relationship, if I ever have one, I don't want to lead, but I do want to compliment and I do want my voice to be heard. And I think something is not right. And I think um, um, in his leadership, he should be able to uh, listen to compromise and make adjustments if he sees um, that what I'm saying is of some use or some help or a good idea, and not just go on uh, his own journey of it by himself, thinking just because I'm the man and I'm the leader, my what I say go, and that my woman is uh, beneath me, and her ideas and her values are just hers, not mine, and they're not worth looking into, so to speak. Um,
Right.
Part of being a leader is being fair and to uh, recognize what your helpmate uh, brings to the table as well.
And being part of being a leader is being part. You should be able to listen and not and compromise as well.
The way
And
you
then not
compromise
only
on taking
that,
motherfuckers'
have
money.
a, and not only that, you have to be a like I was saying, you have to be able to. You can't just be a leader and walking around here talking about I'm the ENHIC. That's not being a leader. And a lot of men
Bullshit.
in today's world over 40 don't know don't know how to step into a leadership role. You have a lot of that. They don't know how to fill those shoes of being a leader. So that's why, and sometimes the woman of that relationship, of that marriage, have to step up and be that leader.
Okay, can I have just a little, just a small little pushback on that, Miss Andrea?
Go
Please
ahead.
don't hurt me.
No, I'm not.
Who is the self-proclaimed boss bitch letting lead them? Who is the self-proclaimed independent woman? IDEPE. Who's that woman letting lead her?
Those are
Who?
women. Those are women who have been made to be independent. Those are women who have been made
That ain't the
to
question he
be.
asked. He asked who are they allowing to lead them?
Yes.
Okay.
Who are they allowed to lead?
Well,
If you didn't let me get to where I was going
Oh,
with that,
okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
No. Go ahead.
I forgot.
I know damn well you just didn't go down that road and then put I forgot cards. But okay, listen to this, right? You'll say people over 40 don't know how to lead, right? But we have had several podcasts and several conversations about not only do y'all not want to be led, y'all have issues about submitting. Y'all have issues about certain things, and then a lot of women, soon as you say certain things, they say you got me fucked up. Ain't nobody finna do that old shit right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all don't even want to go make sandwiches. How can somebody lead y'all when there's no, giving in to the fact that this man is trying to lead me? The first mistake he make, or the first something he do wrong, the first thing y'all want to do is tell him about himself, make him feel low, don't support him and stuff like that. Not the wow. What is his incentive to lead?
well, I don't know who that help is that don't want to make a sandwich because my black ass hungry too.
Right.
I'm getting
just
me a
saying,
sandwich. So you want one?
y'all.
You know what? You know what? But when you see that a woman is independent, and there's nothing wrong with a woman being independent, I think it is something wrong with a woman who is so gun ho about being independent and then wanting a man too. If she's the boss bitch, as Mario type of woman uh, that Mario's talking about, then you shouldn't be seeking companionship from a man.
Exactly.
Uh,
Say it again, girl.
because
Girlfriend, say it again.
because it's definitely not going to work. Now,
Really ain't.
I can be independent woman, which I have been most of my life, and also a submissive woman as well. And there's a balance there that you should have when you're seeking a man's companionship and when a man is seeking yours as well. There's a balance where he should be a man, a husband, and show leadership, but at the same time show some compassion in his relationship to his woman. Those things kind of come hand in hand. And that's why your dating process should just be to the point, just communication.
Getting to know each other. Yeah.
God, all
Getting
these
to know each other.
all these things need to be brought to the forefront before you even marry. You need to know what you're doing, what you're getting into, the kind of person you're marrying. You need to talk about leadership and submission and in talking about those things, you need to see how those things are also working uh, when you into your relationship as you start to come into the point of being engaged and being married.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
I I just
I'll
think
tell
with
you,
women,
other than my husband being a cheat, he was an awesome man. And other than him being a cheat, we had a wonderful uh relationship as far as those kind of things go. He was just cheap. That's it.
I hear a lot of women screaming about the whole I'm independent. I don't need no man to do shit for me or take care of me, but they want a man to do shit for them and take care of them. You understand what I'm saying? Which is it? You know what I mean? And and here's a truth that nobody really talks about, right? If y'all say if a lot of women make it about the money, right? And make it about if I'm spending my money to take care of you or do stuff like that. Like if you go to a restaurant and you spending your money on the meal, the first thing you say, I paid for this meal. I need for it to be right. Send it back. It ain't right. So women love to tell you what they paid for and they want their money's worth. So as a man, if I'm paying for all the bills and I'm paying for everything, is it not fair for me to want my money's worth too?
You right, man. You right.
So
You
I'm
right.
just saying.
Well, it
So
got quiet in the room.
so I'm
He
saying
did get a response.
What was the
so what I'm
response?
saying, yeah, what
I did say yes. He should get his money worth.
yes, and that's all I'm saying. Because sometimes as women, you want a strong woman, right? But sometimes
Hmm.
the woman walks that kind of invisible line of saying that she want a man to lead, and but she want a man to pay bills, she want a man to provide and do all of that. But at the same time, you want to say that I want to be independent. I want to have my own mind. Something has to give here.
Well, she should have her own mind.
No, what I'm saying is your own mind, as if to say that if y'all say the man's supposed to be the head of the household, so many women say that, right? But a lot of women don't practice that. It's just something cool to say. Because if we fight and say we the head of the household, y'all say we misogynistic and we chauvinistic if we say things like that out loud. I run my house. You see what Andrea said to Mitch
To
when
me.
he said
Hmm.
head Nick. You know what I'm saying? We can't really say it. You know, we
You
supposed
can't
to.
really say that you run the house. No, you can't say that to me because you don't run the house. We run the house.
Well, he ain't
Not true.
leading. He ain't leading
Not
then.
true. Not
It
true.
is true. It is true
No, let
because
me.
you don't do it. You don't run the house by yourself because I have something to contribute.
So we the head of the household.
When you decided that you was going to marry a man, you decided on paper that this man was going to lead you. Meaning, whatever this man decided to do, regardless if you agreed to it or not, it's on him. If he's taking care of everything, every mistake that that man made, it's on him. Even the mistakes that you make, it's on him because that's what the covenant says. Now y'all got to make up y'all mind which way it's gonna be. It can't be both ways. Either you gonna let this man lead you, or you gonna run him away. It can't be both ways. We're
Or
supposed
am
to
I the
listen to
head of the
you.
household, or are we the head of the household?
We're supposed to listen to you, but we're supposed to have the last word on it. That's the way it's supposed to be. But a lot of times, women don't want to hear that. They feel like they want to be heard on every aspect. And I don't have a problem with listening to whatever, because two heads is better than one. But at the same damn time, if I feel strong about this is what I need to do, that's what I'm going to do. So it really don't matter how mad you get, because the bottom line is the brunt of whatever happens is going to fall back on my head, not on yours. And I'm going to end up having to take care of it anyway, the way I do it.
When I said what I said, I wasn't saying it to the point where um, uh, that you're not the head of a household. I understand everything that you said, Mitch, and I'm not in disagreement with it. But I don't want you coming to me saying, I'm the head of the household when I do contribute. You can't come to me and talk to me any kind of way.
Well,
I
first
understand
of
that.
all,
But you're not gonna
Marlena,
come to me and say,
what's what's
I'm
what's
the head of
understood
the
doesn't have to be
household
said.
because I don't agree with maybe because I don't agree with your decision or whatever. Now, like I said, it is understood,
Yeah, what's
but
understood never
there's a
has to be said.
certain way that you handle that. And you can handle that in a way where you don't have to come to my face and say, I'm the head of the household, because that's something I already know. And because I do make a contribution to the household, that ain't something you should be all up in my face talking about. I'm the head of.
Like I said, what's understood don't have to be said because I wouldn't come
Yeah.
and say
It
nothing.
doesn't have to be said. It doesn't need
That's
to be
right.
said.
That's right. But at the same time, why are we so defensive about what's said? What difference does it make what's said? The only thing that should matter is
The
everything is
difference
taken care of
is
like it's supposed to be taken care of. That's
the
the
dif- the
whole thing.
difference the difference is that it has some humility or not
Humility.
to it. That's the
Okay.
difference.
I can get
And
that. I
then
can get with that.
you do have a lot of men uh, that will just come out and say this.
Hmm. I've never had to say anything like that. I just show it with my action because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna sit back and wait on somebody, and I'm not gonna sit back and argue with you about how I'm gonna do it. Because if I've already said it and we've already talked about it, and you don't want to do it my way, I'm just gonna do it the way I know to do it. Because, like I said, it's gonna fall back on me anyway. I don't follow behind nobody.
Well, Miss Di, what's your thoughts on it? That's a lot of information to take in. A lot of things have been said. What's your thoughts on it?
Um, I had some technical difficulties, so I was out on some of it.
But
But
you get the gist of it.
pretty much. Um,
My Go ahead, D.
no, go ahead, Marlena.
My husband made a lot of decisions that I did not want to agree to. I did not agree with it, but as the head of our household, um, he did make those decisions, and so um, when we talked about it, and if that's what he felt that should be done, whether it was good, bad, right, or wrong, and he did it. He did it, but uh, not with a big thumb ruling, you know, type thing. He just made the decision, um, and followed through with it, what he thought would be best for the household.
Okay.
And sometimes I agreed with it, sometimes I didn't. But as my husband, he was the head of the household.
Now, which is it, my lady? He was the head or we were the head?
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, but before that, you said we run the household together.
When she said, okay, let me shut up. Go ahead,
Oh my
Marlene.
God.
You can explain yourself. I know exactly what you're saying, and what you're saying is very valid. The couple itself, it's just like a corporation. There's a CEO, there's a senior vice president. All of you all are running the congregation. I mean, the congregation, the corporation, but there is one person that is in charge. Um, you don't see the CEO walking around telling people you're gonna do this because I'm the CEO. Remember now, I am running this corporation. Um,
Some of them
I
do
think
do
a lot
that.
of I think a lot of it has to do with the way it is displayed. Uh, the man is the head of the household, and ultimately the decision is his. But because you have a wife, you discuss that with and there were times when I did not agree with what Frank wanted to do. I just didn't. But because he made that decision for the household, I went along with it. Whether that I was his ride or die, regardless whether he fell flat on his face, and there were some times when he did, and he should have listened to what I said. I would, give him my input and would tell him that I don't agree with it. But because that was his decision, I will go with it. It's all how you handle it. Yeah, women you have to realize we still talking about men over 40. A lot of times when you're dealing with men over 40, you deal with women over 40. Most women over 40 have had some semblance of leadership and on the job or whatever, whether they do it they're in charge of organizations at church, out in the fraternal, sororities, whatever, and they make decisions. Okay,
I'll
fine.
give you that.
Huh?
I said I'll give you that.
Okay, but at some
Hmm.
point in time, you got to pull back. You know, I'm gonna tell you. Sometimes I'm tired of making decisions for the household,
Hmm.
and I don't have a problem giving you the reins. You want to take that that's fine, because that ain't my response. That's not the order of a family anyway. The order of the family is the man is the head of the house, and then but it also tells us that the woman is a complement to the man. So that means that
Thank you.
woman is not a person that they don't say nothing. Yeah, they have a say, and sometimes their ideas may be pretty good,
Hmm.
but it's all in the manner of how it's displayed. It's not like, well, we're gonna go with this decision because I'm the head. No, no, we're gonna go with this decision because I think it's best for our family, whether it's true or not. The proof is in the pudding. You're gonna find out sooner or later whether it is or not.
Hmm.
Some problems that we as women have, we don't know how to pull back. We have done so much during the daytime. We've made so many decisions during the day. We have to lead people. We have to show people. We got to do this. We got to do that. We going to PTO. They don't have PTAs anymore. They have PTO meetings, and they had this and this, and you the officer of this, and you the officer of that, and you in charge of this, and you in charge of that. So when you get home, you still got that leadership hat on, and some men are intimidated by that. In my marriage, my husband was not, but I have been in a relationship where that person was very intimidated by the things that I did outside of the home. But once I came inside of the home, I had that hat on. I knew how to take that hat off. So it's the individuals, and it can work. I mean, it does work. I had a good example with my mom and dad. Both my mother and my father worked full time. My
Now,
dad
ladies, go
had
ahead, Miss
out.
Annette.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, my dad was a minister. My mother had other obligations and stuff, but they made it look smooth. They made it look, and I knew there were times when my mama didn't, she ain't like what my
Hmm.
dad said, and she didn't want to go along with it, especially when it came to raising us, because my dad grew up as an orphan, and there were a lot of things he was trying to keep us
From
I
experiencing it.
know. Yeah, and she was
Hmm.
like, "You're not doing anything but hindering them because they need to learn how to do some things on their own. Otherwise, they'll never be able to make decisions on their own whether stuff is right or wrong." And there were times when my dad would submit and go, "Okay, well, we'll go ahead and let them do that." And then he found out it wasn't so bad after all. And then there were some times when, We just made an outright lie, my mama. We just went buck wild and went crazy. So and also in within the household things, it's just again, it's the flavor of how it's done. You know, anybody who does anything dogmatically, you're gonna have some flashback about it.
That's exactly what I was trying to say, Mario. Um, my man being head of the household, making a decision that his woman may not necessarily agree with, um, should not boastfully say, "I'm the head of the household, so this is how it's going to be." You know, um, uh, I think it should be done with some dignity, with some grace, and with some humility, uh, and things will go a whole lot smoother. And well, baby, I hear what you're saying. Because one thing, we want to know that we've been heard, even if we
Right.
don't, even
Exactly.
even if you don't agree with it, we want to
Exactly.
know that we've been heard. We want to know that you acknowledge what we had to say. But this, and like Dianetta say, but this is the decision that I think is best for our family. I'm gonna go with this right here, and things are gonna go a whole lot smoother. That I mean, when my husband made the decision, that's how it was. He made it with dignity, and he made it with humility. When and yeah, sometimes I be mad about it,
Of course.
but I'm
Of
not gonna.
course.
I'm like, shoot, you know.
Well, let me jump in here right quick.
I'm like,
Let me
I'm
jump
gonna,
in here
you know.
right quick.
I want to,
Um,
but
Thank
his,
you, Colleen, for joining the podcast on tonight. And she says that um, he may be in charge, but we're making decisions together. Period.
yeah,
Okay, let me
because
clear something.
your woman your woman is a team player if she's the kind of woman she should be. She's a team player. Uh, and no, we don't always. I don't agree that we always uh, make a decision together, uh, because the decision that we want doesn't always fit the decision that the head of the household, who is the man, um, decides on. It's not always uh, his decision, but whatever decision he makes, um, and plus with considering what the woman has said, he should make it with dignity and with grace and humility.
Okay. See, the original question was why men over 40, have issues with being good leaders, right? And there's so many different variables to that, than one. How do you know men over 40 are not good leaders? That's one. And two,
Because we've been around a lot of men over 40. Let me answer that one for you. I'm sure
okay,
that wasn't a
okay,
rhetorical question. Okay.
and here's the other part of that. Y'all are talking as if y'all are already in the relationship. The reason a lot of men can't be good leaders, a lot of men are not even getting to the point to get to relationship with y'all because y'all are a certain way right from the jump. He never gets to
From the
lead.
jump.
No. The question is, why do men over 40 lack leadership in a relationship? They're already
Shit, they
in
ain't
the
even getting to the
relationship.
relationship.
She's saying those who are already in a relationship.
It's so many different variations can go in this because a lot of women just feel that men cannot tell them a damn thing.
I agree with that too.
And then, okay, let's say this, right? this the one thing I will give y'all. Not every man can lead. I will give y'all that, right? Not every man can lead. But once your man has built up a track record to say that he makes good sound judgments and things like that, because it has to be earned, right? I give you that.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be earned. Just like if I'm turning the checkbook over to you, you making good decision what you spending the money on, that has to be earned. Because if you fuck it up 2 or 3 times, I'm like, you know what? Let me get that back. You know what I
There you
mean?
go.
So
Right.
all that has to be earned. So I just think once he's established a track record that he's doing what he can, sometimes you can defer, because a lot of decisions and a lot of arguments come because we become stuck in our ways, become human. You say, the motherfucker ain't doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though it could be logical, it's just not your idea, just not your solution.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore you don't want to do it.
That
I'm
part.
just saying. I'm just saying. That's all. Oh, anything else on the thing? Wait a minute. Hold on. One quicker. Lee Jack.
Just been laying back over there.
You know
I
what I'm
was
saying? Lee
listening.
Jack, we heard you. Let's hear your very unique perspective on all of this, Lee Jack.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Here we go. Break it down, man. Break it down.
This leading thing, boy, I tell you. Ooh. I guess we have to go back to what we said in the past, what I've said in the past about leading and being leaders. A lot of guys don't really know because they ain't never been put in that position to. And now that they ain't got older, I mean, they still in that position where they ain't gotta really lead, or they just, as Mitch would say, they on their own paper bag trying to figure some stuff out. And when it comes to other people, they ain't really trying to, throw caution to the wind and make a sound decision. They just trying to make sure that they shit together.
A lot of times, I think it's because men lack leadership. It's because they didn't have the male leadership role models coming up. A lot of men, um, you know, may have been raised by their mothers and just didn't have any male um, leadership. Some men are just natural at it. Others are not.
I mean, I'll give you that. Some people are natural at it, but the whole not having a father in your life thing is a real thing. I can't lie when it comes to certain things, right? But
Yeah.
once you start, let me just say, some men and the way we think the natural order should go. Once you start having kids and once you start seeing that these people are looking for you to pour into them certain levels of knowledge and certain level something, you know what I'm saying? At some point you learn with on the job training. Nobody knows how to do it right off the bat. Well, like you said, some people do. Some people just natural born, people who know how to do that. But over time, you just learn certain things. And if you don't learn certain things, regardless of how tough you are, how whatever, you keep making bad decisions inside of a family. One, you're going to lose the woman. Two, then, you got about the respect of your kids and all that. You can't keep making certain mistakes over and over and over and over, because you won't when the woman look at you. As men, we know when the woman look at you with confidence and when she fucking don't.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We
Right.
know when she believe, if you saying something, she's looking at you a certain way. All right, babe, that's what we doing. And we know when she's looking at you with that little half moon in her mouth, like, really, that what you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? So once the woman ain't really got confidence in you like that, either something you doing wrong or at some point it's gonna wear thin, and vice versa. You know when the woman ain't about right. I guess all I'm saying is, who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows to this question? Shit. Everybody different. I don't know, man. That's a hard question to answer, but
Yeah.
you know, some of y'all women, you know, especially the younger kids, women out here who talking about they got them, they coochie pink and they booty hole brown. What the fuck you supposed to tell them?
Ooh, hello.
Yeah.
I mean, what you supposed to tell them?
Can't tell them nothing but bend over.
That's what I'm saying. What you supposed to tell that girl? You supposed to, I mean, you can't tell them that. Like Leon said about the rap a while back on the podcast. You know, they really believe in this shit. They living their life like this, and in the process of living their life like this, they don't understand that mentality. Why you fucking yourself up to really think this the way the world works? And if you keep thinking as a hood mentality, that's all your ass will ever be in the hood. That shit works over there, but in the rest of the world,
Don't work over here.
it don't work like that.
Not at all.
Okay, Andrea, you got something else for us before we get up out of here?
We know.
Hmm?
We know.
You say what?
Well, I hope that you guys have learned a little thing or two about life on tonight. And we hope that you guys have enjoyed this live broadcast of the show this evening. Come back and join us. As Marlena likes to say, bring a friend. Tell somebody and bring a friend.
Oh, okay.
Again and again and again.
All right. Well, with that being said, go ahead, Marlena. Go tell them something.
Meow, meow, meow. We hope that you enjoyed our show this evening. Give us your feedback. You know, let us know what you like, what you didn't like, and hit us over the head with your comments. You know, thank you for coming in. Next time, as Andrea said, I like to say, bring a friend, or 2 or 3 or 4. Have a good evening. Meow.
And we, you know, could keep going, people, but we done took up an hour and a half of your time. That's more than enough for your night, you know. So Mr. On One, big bro.
Hold on. Wait. Go ahead, Madeline. Say what you got to say so we can get you over with.
Damn it.
You know what?
You said you wanted to be reminded. I don't want to hear it. Just say goodbye and let's move on.
I'm thinking Donetta. Bastard friend. Bastard friend. You look, you hear me talking to you.
Yes, ma'am.
I love you. You have a good night, okay?
All right.
Behave yourself.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
No
Get
problem.
these some scans.
Hey.
Good night, mate.
Good night, Bobby.
Good night, Andrea.
Good night.
Good night, John boy.
Shut up, Donetta. Good night, Mario.
I mean, the way you be talking, baby, you want to say, could you please pass the jelly?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't help it because I got an accent.
Okay, good night, Madeline.
We can't help. We got the
Tired
head.
of y'all picking on me.
What you say, Miss Donata?
I heard her say,
we can't help. We got the head, but we got a head anyway.
somebody do something with her.
What you gonna do, baby?
Well,
What you wanna do?
Oh,
We'll talk about it after the
now.
podcast. Because if you feeling
Oh.
froggy, you can come on.
I don't look like I'm no frog.
Ooh.
Oh my.
I'm a beautiful Southern belle,
Well,
hunty.
bail your butt on up here to Virginia. Come on up here.
Ain't nothing but a couple
Not
100
a
miles between you.
That's
It's
Don't
it ain't
height
cross
for a
far.
them
yellow
state
cab.
lines.
Mhm.
Say
And
what?
we'll have that as live. How about that?
You know what, little lady?
Mm. Was that sign language?
Oh,
I think that was for you,
Mitch,
Triple H.
I don't know nothing about it.
Roxanne said they made a few comments that we didn't read, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
We sorry, Roxanne. But you know how sometimes we get when we get going and we get passionate about, stuff, especially, when Andrea talking about, once she elevated, we put a keeper there. She never to go back to live in her mama basement. Just-
Oh wow.
That see, if that's what you honestly got out of that, then that's just you. And Roxanne, I don't see those comments because I would have got them on.
Mm.
oh man, I'm just messing with you, Andrea. Just messing with you. All right, Triple A, take us out of here, man.
Oh man, hey, it's been a great show. Lovely, lovely as always. Be sure to tune in next time because we're gonna have a real spicy conversation for you. It's holiday season. We're gonna talk about some holiday stuff, grown folk style. But hey, or as tonight goes, in the midst of telling each other that you sure got a pretty mouth, talk about some other stuff besides what we gonna eat tonight. Talk about some stuff that really matter in life. If we break up, what you gonna have when you come in, what you gonna leave, what you going out. Talk about some real shit. Because when them papers get ready to get signed and you got to be giving up all the goddamn money, to sign them divorce papers and get that trifling help. Oh, my bad.
Oh, Lord. I'm glad that ain't me.
oh
You
my
talking about
goodness.
me?
You think about a prenup, people. Think about a prenup. Your youngsters that don't know your asshole from your elbows. Think about the prenups.
Ooh.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's all
Woo.
I got for 'em. That's all I got for 'em.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Leon. Very good point.
At least say good night.
I know with all of that, he
At
still didn't
least say
say
good
good night.
night.
Good
Yeah.
gracious.
Oh, good night, peoples. Good night, people.
All right, Big Mitch. I don't know how you follow that one up, but you can do your best.
Okay. I just want to say I'm sorry I was late, but I was making sure your Christmas is good. And with that being said, I'd like to let you guys know the neighborhood UPS man. So it would be a good idea to leave your lights on and put them damn dogs up, so I ain't got to kick the shit out of one of them. That's just being nice now, because I will fuck your dog up. Anyway, very good show tonight.
Wow.
Very good show tonight.
Goodness.
There was a lot of great points made. And I agree with just about everything that was being said. Now, I get what was said. I understood what was said. I reciprocate what was said, and I understand. But it still don't change a damn thing. Anyway, anyway, I appreciate the love and the understanding and respect that everybody gives each other. We all friends, we talk a lot of shit to each other, but we don't mean no harm towards each other. Because anytime one of us is in trouble, we gonna all come running for that one person. So, just to let everybody know, we all good with each other. It ain't no one person jumping on another person. We all good with each other. So with that being said,
Our
I
way
want
all
everybody to
damn
have a
time.
I want everybody to have a great night and see y'all next time.
All right. Well said. That is the truth. All right, pretty lady Mama D. It's been a heck of a night. Go on and take us on
It
our
has.
home.
It has. We had a very interesting adult podcast tonight. Uh, we can see that what the men think about leadership and what women think about in for leadership, and and as you can see, some of us are more childish than others. And then y'all want to know why I don't like Madeline. It was some crazy mess like that. But we enjoy having you, and we as Triple H said, we're coming into the holiday season, and we're gonna talk about some adult holiday stuff. We're gonna talk about what adults want for Christmas, and then we already got our public service announcement from our neighborhood UPS man. Make sure you put your dog up so they don't get messed up. Cause he ain't gonna get bit, cause he gonna bite them before they bite
I
him.
know that's right. Down,
So
down, get ready to bite the dust.
right, and make sure you turn your light on and all that other good stuff. So with that being said, I'll turn it back over to Mario and have a good night, you guys.
All right, all right. Well, we're gonna get up out of here. Thank y'all for hanging out. Roxanne, Colleen, Belinda Moore. Thank y'all for hanging in there. We appreciate it. There's a lot to unpack. And like Mitch said, man, we have fun. We do a lot of talking when we're not recording. So to y'all, it might seem like, damn, they arguing in there with it. But to us, this is regular talk. This is how we talk all the time. So and like he said, we friends. We really are friends, and we just, I mean, we ain't gonna always agree. I mean, that's just life, you know what I mean? And as the theme for this tonight is, this is an adult podcast. Things are gonna be said, people are gonna say things, and it happens. So, but just know, ladies, even if your coochie is pink and your booty hole is brown, you still should let somebody lead you. Just saying, you could be a boss bitch, but sometimes just take a little. You know what? I guess we done beat this horse to death. All right, good night, y'all.
Let's just agree to disagree.
Yeah, let's just agree to disagree. So, yeah, let's get the AI generated voice who is not of no color talking.
You know what?
You have to break that up. We know what AI mean. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're just being politically correct.
Lord have
All right,
mercy.
good night, y'all. We gonna start.
I got a total clue.